They're calling it a buyer's market, but Vaughan saw the highest sales in all of York region for the past month. So while others wait, the smart money is moving already. Hi, I'm Pam Bishard, your local York Region and South Simcoe Realtor. If you're looking for real local insight, then follow the description in the video below and you'll find everything you need. I've included a free home evaluation tool, guides for move-up buyers, buyers and sellers, and the latest market stats, all free to you to explore. If you're curious about what your home might be worth in today's real estate market, just scan the QR code or follow the link on the screen. It's fast and easy, and my team will follow up with a simple hello to see if you need anything. And if you're just browsing, no pressure. We're here when you're ready. This is your full May 2025 market update. Whether you are upsizing, buying your first home, downsizing, or looking for investment, there are opportunities right now if you know where to look and you act strategically. Let's unpack what's happening in the real estate market right now and how it's impacting different buyers and sellers across the York region. In May, we saw sales drop 13.3% year over year, while new listings jumped to 14%. That increase in inventory gives buyers more choice, and it pushes the sales to new listings ratio down by 29%, confirming that we are technically in a buyer's market. But that doesn't mean it's a buyer's market everywhere. What we're seeing now is segments of the market where condos or detached homes are feeling a bit of softening in price, but communities are starting to show slight price growth month over month. So yes, buyers do have more leverage, but strategy matters more than ever. Now let's look at the data that's actually really interesting. While the average selling price is down 4% year over year from last year, it has actually increased 1.2% from April. Yes, that's subtle, but the most important sign is that parts of the market are starting to stabilize. That recent 1.2 price bump, it is encouraging for sure, but it's just 1 month, not a trend. The next 3 to 6 months will be crucial to see if this market holds or shifts. And acting smart during that window is what really counts. As we move through the spring, the Bank of Canada has held rates again, which will give some buyers a bit more confidence. It's not going to signal a green light for everyone, but it is going to help those hesitant buyers move off the fence. Let's look at York Region specific. In York Region, we had 1.5 million total sales, making it the third busiest community in Treb. The median sale came in at $1,198,000. And we're currently sitting with about 6 months of inventory across the region. That suggests a market that's not in crisis, but also no longer leaning in favor of sellers. For move-up buyers, this means there's room to negotiate on larger detached homes while still selling your current property at a strong price. For first-time home buyers, the inventory has increased, which has allowed more flexibility and the beauty of time. And there's more condos on the market that are in the $500,000 and $600,000 range, which is allowing first home buyers to actually enter the market. For downsizers, this shift means that there's more maintenance-free property starting to hit the market and more selection. This is allowing downsizers to capitalize on the lifestyle type homes that are hitting the market. But the real story is about hyper-local shifts, more selection of property types, and timing. And that's what we should start to explore next. Now that we actually understand the market shifts, let's look how it impacts you. Because in this market, a first-time home buyer will have a very different experience from a downsizer or a move-up buyer. Each path offers its own opportunities and pitfalls. But if you know how to play, there's a smart move to be made. Move-up buyers who currently own a semi-detached or a townhouse and who are ready to make that move up, you are in the ideal position. Prices on detached homes have come down 5.4% year over year across the region, which means more affordability, semis, and especially townhomes are in solid demand. So this means you have leverage at both ends of the deal. Move up buyers. Your strategy is to price your current property well. It's to stage it, to photograph it well, and to leverage it right. We're going to use the equity that you have established on that home to be able to negotiate on your detached move up home and be able to win within that process. You need to be prepared to move fast when the right property hits the market. And you should look at bridge financing and potability so you are 100% prepared. If you've been a first-time buyer with your finances and your pre-approvals in order and you've been waiting for the market to come down so that you can find that opportunity, it's here. There are more listings, there's softer pricing, you have the room to negotiate, and you can take the time to make your decision. In fact, we've seen condos in the York region go up 17.3% month over month. So buyers are strategically hitting the market. So your strategy is to ensure you're pre-approved and you have all of your finances together so you can use that to negotiate. For homes that you're going to get further value in, I would look at East Gwillimbury, Stouffville, and Newmarket. There are ample new builds in this community, so if you wanted to move in with less maintenance, less issues, that's a good selection for you. Just remember, this isn't your forever home. This is just a ladder to get into the market. Now, downsizers, do you have established substantial equity? The problem you've had in the past is there's not a lot of selection. You now have the opportunity to find that property without the compromise. So this is an opportunity where you can actually probably find that lifestyle property that you really want. Each of these groups have unique needs and all can win in this market as long as you have the right advice and a clear plan. So let's look what's happened community by community across the market.
The average home price in Markham for the month of May was $1,280,000, which was a year-over-year decrease of 5.7%. Now, the average detached home was $1,640,000, which also saw a decrease. While Markham hasn't seen the sharpest decline in the York region, prices are clearly trending downward. Detached homes are no longer holding stable. They've seen a meaningful correction of 7.4% year over year. Even with this pullback, Markham remains a desirable market.
Strong demand with tech industry and quality schools equals stability and potential market value growth for this area. Unionville and Cornell remain top spots for long-term value. When we turn to look at Vaughan, where we saw most sales in the past month, which were 275 in total, the average home income is $1.3 million. There is a longer time on the market in Vaughan, which means buyers have more leverage, but the activity is still strong. Great for those who want to and are needing to negotiate in a transit-rich, amenity-heavy area. King has seen its average price at $1.8 million for the month of May. It was relatively low volume, but consistently high value. This niche estate market attracts privacy and land seekers. It's ideal for high net worth buyers looking for that luxury opportunity. Richmond Hill, for the month of May, saw price average at $1.5 million, which was down 1.1 year over year. Strategic pricing is key in the Richmond Hill area. Buyers are cautious, but it still is a premium family location with strong schools and much convenience. Newmarket, we saw prices down 3.2 year over year, and the average price was $1.1 million. Newmarket offers balanced affordability with amenities, and growth potential. Newmarket right now is good value for both move-up buyers and downsizers. If we look at East Gwillimbury and Stouffville, prices were down 4.4 and 5.8 year over year, respectively. More inventory in these communities equals opportunity for first-time home buyers and growing families. There's more new builds, which is a long-term value proposition for conscious buyers. So let's recap what's happened by property. Detached homes across the GTA saw an average price sale of $1.425 million. Sales were down 7.4 year over year, but prices were down 5.4%. Semi-detached is holding stronger, but sales were flat. We saw a price down 6.5% and the average price at $1.98 million. Townhome sales were actually up 4.2%, and the average price was $995,662, which was down by 4.3% year over year. Condo sales are down 24% year over year, but for the month of April, we saw a 17.3% increase in sales in the 905 area code. The average price was $683,413, while the 416 area dropped, a sign of entry buyers are pushing a momentum outside of the Toronto Basin. They're looking for the amenities that York Region can provide them. So our current outlook is interest rates are holding steady. Economists expect at least 2 more price reductions for 2025. And many believe our first is going to happen in July. If that does happen, we could see a surge in buyers through the summer market, which typically is a slower time. But this year it might increase buyer leverage. So we might see greater activity through July and August. I feel if we do see a July or September interest rate reduction, but we could expect more competition into the fall marketplace, especially for condos and townhouses. So whether you're buying, selling, or watching from the sidelines, these micro shifts in neighborhood dynamics are where the real opportunity lies as we move further into 2025. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more buyer local updates, buyer and seller strategies, and expert real estate guidance every month. Also, you will find in the links below downloads to my newly revised move-up buyer guide for 2025, my buyer and seller guides, first-time home buyer guides. Whether you are just curious or ready to make that move, I'm here to help you move smart and make confident real estate decisions. Bye for now.